was Erasmus doing, in fact? He was a priest, a philosopher, a translator, a humanist. And what you see over here is the typical dress of a humanist. And he was a traveler. And one of his famous sayings is, "Heel de aarde is je vaderland. The whole earth is your home country." So yeah, he was a real traveler. And one of the better proofs of this traveling is you can see at the Holbeinhuis, at the Koolsingel, there's a very nice mosaic where you can see him on a horse traveling along the river the Rhine from Rotterdam to Basel, the place where he died. And a lot of his sayings he collected in one book called Adagia. And a lot of what you can find on the monument which we just visited is a lot of those sayings coming out of this Adagia. And at the end, the book, when he finished the book, just before he died, there were close to 4,800 adagium in that book. Another famous book is this book called Lof der Zotheid, Praise of the Fool. It's dedicated to Thomas More, and the main character in the book is Moria, the Greek god of the fools. And the fool can say anything. Now more about this statue. It came here in 1622, within 100 years after he died. The first bronze statue of the Netherlands. Not an admiral, not a king, but Erasmus. It was made by Hendrik de Keyser. And Hendrik de Keyser is also famous for the grave monument for William of Orange. Hendrik de Keyser made this monument, and it was placed on the Grote Kerkplein, close to the Laurenskerk, and it stood here for many, many years. But then during the Second World War, it was taken away and brought to the Boijmans Museum in order to protect that it would not become a war instrument. After the war, it was placed back on the Koolsingel, very close to the Erasmus house. And there it stood, and then Rotterdam started making a metro, and then they have to replace it. And they replaced it back from the Koolsingel to its original spot. So, here it is again on het Grote Kerkplein, Erasmus. Same guy, same Erasmus, but very different color. This is the very green 3D printed version of Erasmus, situated in the courtyard, the backyard of the beautiful Schielandhuis. Unfortunately, we are behind the fences. The Rotterdam tourist information to select all the material you want to know more about Rotterdam, and the Erasmus house, which was designed by the Dutch architect Dudok, situated on the Koolsingel. Yeah, this Erasmus is also honored by the European Union with the so-called Erasmus exchange program, which is an exchange program for students of the European universities. And perhaps this is a good bridge to one of his beautiful sayings about learning. Celebrate life as if you were to die tomorrow, but keep on learning as if you would never die. So this is the end of our little Erasmus video of free walking to Rotterdam. Just behind me you find the river the Rhine, and the river the Rhine is connecting Rotterdam, the place of birth of Erasmus, with Basel, the place where he died and he is buried. This is pretty symbolic. And over the river the Rhine you find this bridge, which is called the Erasmus Bridge. We are at the foot of the Erasmus Bridge, next to the monument for the Rotterdam marathon runners who always cross this bridge from the north bank to the south bank. Yeah, the Erasmus Bridge is one of the ways how Rotterdam wants to honor and wants to show that they are proud on having Erasmus as one of their famous Rotterdammers. There's much more Erasmus in Rotterdam. We have the Erasmus Path, the Singel, the street. Then we have a college which is called Erasmus. Of course we have the university the Erasmus University and the Erasmus Medical Center. And then there is this monument honoring the book of Erasmus, Lof der Zotheid. And of course, on the library you will find this saying of Erasmus, the whole of the earth is your home country. So let me finish this little video by one of the famous adagio of Mr. Erasmus. He said, the chief point of your own happiness is that you wish to be what you actually are.